Hey guys, it's been a couple weeks since I've had a chance to touch base with you. Just nicely getting back into the shop. Spent a bunch of time up at Prince Albert and Big River and parts of northern Saskatchewan. It's kind of good here. COVID-19 has impacted us, but not to the extent that we still can't get out and connect. I'm right now in the middle of putting the heater box tin on, and there are little chunks of tin that just a couple of screws and attach underneath here, and then the heater box is on. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Volkswagens, you'll know exactly what this is. But for those of you who are not, because Volkswagens are air-cooled, that means there's just these cooling fins that go around the cylinders. There's not, a normal motor has a water jacket, and the water jacket goes around the cylinder, keeps the cylinder cool, and keeps the head cool. These just have cooling fins. And so the jacket's around here, and soon I'll be putting on these tins, and these tins will just clap right on top, and it all kind of buttons together. So, and there's a great big fan, and very fascinating that this big fan on the back of the alternator blows air through a shroud down through these and spins around on the cylinder. And that goes to help keep your cylinders cool. The other side of this is that you normally would have the hot water off your motor going through into your vehicle to heat up your vehicle. Now, the really cool thing about this is that there's I'll show it later, but there's actually a hose that comes off the fan, connects right here. And this is the exhaust. This is the exhaust. That there'll be an exhaust coming off here, going to there. This is from the motor. The exhaust is extremely hot, and it'll heat up the air. And on the back here, it's a little pipe. And on the back here, there's a pipe. You can see inside there, there's a little flapper valve that opens and closes. And there is a wire that hooks up to this, and there's a little wire on the inside of the car that you just pull up this lever, and it opens this up, and it allows hot air to accumulate here and get blown out, and it blows right into the car. And so that's just really neat to see how that happens. Now you can see this is where the exhaust connects right into there, but the exhaust is just a hot exhaust pipe that comes through here and out, and the hot exhaust pipe comes into the muffler, which is down there, and I'll be hooking that all up. So hopefully you'll be able to all see. I'm going to put it on a little time lapse and see how this goes. Okay, this is where we're at. I've got the heater boxes bolted on. I keep wanting to call them exhaust manifolds because in my books that's all they are, the exhaust manifold. I got the intake bolted down. Now that little screw right there, I'm telling you right now, that is a pain in the butt to put in. It's so hard, and you can't put a wrench on or anything. I got my shroud. I've got the shrouds on there on the back side, and I've got them joined together here a little bit. I'm going to be putting another screw in over here. Had it joined it together with that little clamp going there, clamping it there, Got the exhaust pipes on. They stick out an awful long ways. I think it's going to look pretty cool on the back of the bug, like shotguns sticking out the back. Got the chrome tin in place there, and I'll be putting in some more tin around here as soon as I get a few other things done. Got the fan shroud in place here. Got the carburetor on, but I'm actually going to be pulling the carburetor off right away. That just went on when I put on the other part. But I'm going to be putting I have a carburetor kit for that. When I saw all the fuel in the bottom of the oil pan and all that green, I know that there's likely the valve is sticking in or something like that. The float is sticking or something along that line. So I bought, the carb kit was not very expensive, so it was worth the effort of doing that. Slowly, it's coming together. I have the alternator right there that gets bolted on right there, but I probably should be putting on that piece down there, the mount for the alternator first. So that goes right there. And the fuel pump is supposed to be right there. It's supposed to hook up right there. And I've been thinking about putting an electric fuel pump on instead of using that fuel pump and just covering that over. A number of forums have talked about that. It's a lot more trouble-free putting an electric fuel pump on. They don't tend to vapor lock because if the motor gets hot at all, this fuel pump can vapor lock here. So I'm looking at that as an option. And if you guys have any opinions on that, I'd be very welcome to hearing that. I haven't hooked up the hoses, but this is all new to me. So there's a hose that hooks up from there to there, and it blows air through this heater box. It comes out there, which goes into that pipe right there. And if you see right here, right, that's a flapper valve. And right down here is a lever. And if you pull that, it opens and closes a flapper valve. You have to be pretty strong to pull it, but that's okay. The tin's not lining up real pretty here, but we'll massage that out. Now, one issue I am having right now is I'm going to have to chisel this down a little bit. I'm going to have to chisel this down a little bit here because that tin is in the way of this heater box bolting on, or this exhaust manifold bolting on here. So yeah, a couple little tweaks yet, but it's coming together. I'm happy with that. I sprayed new white paint on the visible side. So I think it's actually going to look pretty cool when it's in there and having the chrome in behind it. And I'll tidy up all the wires and zip tie and squirrel them away so it looks a little better. Hey, it's end of a day. It's been a good day. Had a friend come over. It was a wonderful time of just sharing together and praying together, and that's something that, you know, we all need. I haven't had a whole lot of what I would call Walter's wisdom from the shop. Some of it's not very profound, but one of the things that I've learned this week, and I hope you can appreciate this, is that insecure people will always blame others for their insecurities and their mistakes. I've recently had two individuals, both quite insecure, each make a mistake, an error. Errors are honest. We all make mistakes. We are all going to make mistakes. Like, I'll tell you a recent mistake I just made. Now, some of you are going to say this is not a mistake. But first of all, you need to look, okay? On that lineup, there are how many screwdrivers? Okay. Now, if that's not enough screwdrivers, there are screwdrivers in that toolbox, and there are screwdrivers in that toolbox. So, what did I do? I bought some more screwdrivers because they were on sale. And like I say, you can never have too many tools. So I got some more screwdrivers because they were on sale. And what I'm probably going to do is go and call a bunch of my other screwdrivers because sometimes they just are dull. But anyways, we all make mistakes and we don't sit and blame other people for our mistake. A man owns your mistake. You say, I am sorry. I guarantee you won't throw up in your mouth. Well, maybe a little. But suck it up. Admit your mistakes because we all make them. Now, owning this Volkswagen might be one of my mistakes. I won't own that one yet. But hey, some other wisdom I wanted to bring your way is that, growing up, you need to know that we all learn things at our mom's feet, right? We one of the things I learned early is that my mom did not appreciate when I sprayed water on her because I thought she should have a water fight. That didn't go well. And so I was just thinking of things I learned from my mom. One of the things I learned is religion because, I would be busy making things in the basement in our bedroom. And when I was in the bedroom, there's this, they just put new carpet in because we had just moved in the bedroom. And she came down there and she taught me religion because she looked at the mess. She looked at the stain I put in the carpet. You know what she told me? You better pray that comes out of that carpet. I learned how to pray. That's not a bad thing. And she taught me logic, infallible logic that goes, do it my way. Why? Because I said so. I'm the general director of a couple organizations right now. 2. That's probably one too many. Anyways, as a general director, sometimes I used to try to always make logical sense, and now I've just gotten to a place saying, nah, just do it because I said so. That's just the way it is. Irony. Have you ever thought what irony is? And my mom taught me irony, and this she taught me many times because, sometimes you get in a tussle with your brother and sister and you start crying and she say, you keep that up and I'll give you something to cry about. That's irony. I'm just telling you right now. She also taught me wisdom. She always used to say, when you get to my age, you'll understand. I'm past her age right now. Okay, she's still alive, so I still haven't quite caught up. But when she would say that, I've passed that age and I still don't understand. But that's okay. And my favorite, she taught me justice. So one day you'll have kids and I hope they turn out just the way you did. Yeah, I had kids, and guess what? They did turn out just like me, and I'm pretty thankful for them. They're wonderful. I'm so blessed with such wonderful kids. Anyway, only thing I can say to you this day is own your mistakes. Own them. Say you're sorry and stop blaming others. The more you blame others for when you do something wrong, the more you look like a fool. Stop looking like a fool and own your mistakes. That's my wisdom from Walter for tonight. Have yourself a good day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for I'm happy with the progress we've made. And I'm going to be around home a wee little bit more in the next couple weeks. So hopefully I can start cranking on a couple more videos here. So take care. Have a good day. Bye now.